Hey, everybody. Hey, day 5. How are you all? How is everybody? Happy day 5. Welcome to day 5. Congratulations on making it. You are the select few. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, who's having a good week? I mean, it's obvious by you being here that you're enjoying it, isn't it? You wouldn't turn up again if it wasn't something you were getting something out of. So that feels good. Thanks, everyone. Hey guys, see lots of people typing in the chat box. Such a privilege to be here, so thank you. And I wanted to start off by saying thank you. What a great week it's been. It's a dream come true and a blessing to be able to share this work with all of you. So big love and big thanks to everyone finding this work, being here, showing up on time and everything else. So it's been wonderful, and I really appreciate all of the emails and Facebook messages and Facebook tags. I have not been able to get around all of them with the thousands of you that are in this challenge. It's that was something that I thought I'd be able to do, but it hasn't actually been possible. So know that I feel them if you haven't seen me reply to yours, and I do intend to see them all. I do intend to see them all. So big thanks. While we're waiting for everyone else to join, would you do me the favor? How about we share in the chat box if you could pick one or two or maybe 3 big takeaways from this challenge or this week? What would they be for you? Well, what would you say has been an aha or a breakthrough moment for you, or something that you've just gone, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that, or that was important. Beautiful. Look at some of these people typing in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lots of good truths pouring in the chat box. If you're just joining us, welcome. Welcome to day 5. I see everyone coming on in. Let us know. Let us know. It's nice to see what other people are getting. It's nice to share what you're getting. It's just nice to be part of a group of maniacs on a mission who are truth seekers. Hey, yeah, very cool. It's so wonderful to read all of that coming back, because it is a great thing to remember, isn't it? A great thing to remember some of these truths. You know, it's such a wonderful thing. Yeah. Very nice. Very good. Good. Lots of good takeaways there. Lots of good takeaways. You know, this week is hard for me, because trying to stay and give everyone enough of each of the concepts in our very limited time has been my biggest challenge. But I feel like we've had a really great few days. You know, day 1 was foundations, wasn't it? So day 1 was understanding the foundations, the superconscious journey, and what we must do. So we talked about structure, and we really discussed the fact that we're not broken. we can't fix ourselves, and in fact, the aspect of us that thinks it needs to fix itself is an interesting thing to think about. Well, what part is the part that's judging the other part of me that says it's broken? So you know, we don't need we don't need to fix. In fact, we just need to live from a higher plane. True. We just need to live from a higher plane. And so we laid some foundational work on day one, didn't we? We said, look, here's the foundation. And the foundation is really that you must be in the correct structure. And structure is really just how you're focusing your life. The next thing is to understand that you're not broken, you're powerful. You're a super conscious, powerful creator, and you always have been. You're a creative essence, a creative spirit. You're a drop in the ocean of the source code. You are it. And when you become it, then you get to see the it you think you're striving for. And so we discuss that. And then the third big thing is to live true choices, to live from your heart, to live what's true for you. And it's scary to live from your heart. It's much easier just to go for, little things that, that aren't really your truth. That it's scary to go for your heart, because if you go for your heart and don't get it, boy does your self-conscious judge you for that. But if you go for things you don't really care about and don't get it, then it's there's not as much at stake. So going for your heart, and that was a good first day, wasn't it? Day one was a great first day. I love, more than anything, I love laying the foundations for people and saying this is it. And so very, very happy with that. Day two, what did we do on day two? Well, we did the recode. Who remembers all the way back then, the first recode you ever did? We did a recode together, which is where we coded up and shift instructions. We did our, many of you, who did their first recode this week? Never done one before. Day two was when we actually did that. And I explained how it works. We talked about the relationship between the three different memory structures. We talked about dormant memories, and we used stories and metaphors to help the superconscious understand how we're going to do this work. We talked about the gopher metaphor or the river of desire leading to the land of plenty. And we understood that we've created all resistance, and that resistance is simply an opposing force that our unconscious is created that was useful in the past. Does everyone remember that on day two? Is that it's us who created, or at least us that held on to it. And what's true about our superconscious, or our essence, or our source within, what's true about it is no matter how much pain there is on the human journey, it can never impact that creative spirit. That creative spirit is unblemished. It's untainted. There's no way for it to be. There's nothing that can stop it choosing to shine its light. Does that make sense? The light within. Who knows that, by the way? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what's happened. There's nothing can affect that. Nothing can. It's like the idea to think that there's something that could turn off the sun or something. It's just there's nothing big enough for it. So it's always understanding that no matter what horrendous acts or may have been perpetrated onto you at a young age or at any age, no matter what it is, you're more powerful than it. True? Your superconscious is more powerful than that, meaning your superconscious always has the choice to let it go. No matter how, and I'm never going to say that any of those horrendous things should have happened, or that they were good or justified anything. There is some really bad stuff that can happen to people, yet it is never more powerful than your ability to let it go. Can I get a yes for that? Does everyone agree with that? It's never more powerful than your ability to let it go. Never, ever. Because you're always bigger than any past moment. You can always let it go. We're going to discuss some of that today. So day two was a nice little intro into recode, hey, into your power. So what do we do on day three? Day three, we did blue mist. We did land of plenty meditation. However, we also talked about the 6 ways that our self-conscious orients itself to the world. Who remembers the 6? Can anyone type it in? Who remembers the 6? There were six ways that we orient as a self-conscious identity. They are, I'm not worthy. I'm not good enough. I don't belong. I'm insignificant. I'm not capable, and I'm not perfect. And those are the 6. The 6 core ways. There's actually more. However, most people can recognize those 6, and they allow us to at least see it. And the thing is you don't need to fix them. They're not. There's nothing fixable about it, because they don't have power over your superconscious. You see, we don't need to try to fix any of that or remove them. We just need to not live from that place. And remember the story we talked about, there's ice and you can rise up to water, and then you rise up to a cloud or steam, and then you can let things go when you're open, and then you can come back down, you see. When you do that, you realize there was no point trying to fix the ice down here. There's no point. You just rise up. It's not fixable, because there's nothing wrong with it. You must have limitation. Who got that this week, by the way, is you must have limitation to experience your human adventure. If you didn't have a limited viewpoint, if you didn't have an ego, if you didn't have an identity, well, we would simply be the all. And if you're the all, you can't experience anything. It's like an orchestra all playing at the same time, or going to a fine dining restaurant and then bringing you all the food at once. There's no, you need limitation. You need it. You need it to be able to experience. If you weren't limited, you couldn't experience even another human being, because you would be the all. So we have to, many times, or the ego is the enemy, or there's this thing, but who's it the enemy of? It's so weird. It's funny, the self-conscious always thinks it's the most important aspect of you, but you always got to wonder what part of you is telling you that it's the most important. Oh, it's the self-conscious ego saying it's the most important. It's important. So sorry, that was day 3. Someone's typed in lots of good things are coming in the chat box, and that's brilliant. So good to get that you guys are getting this. So what do? We did blue mist to step into our truth. And one of 2 things happened for people on that day. One, they get what they love. Who was able to recognize some things they would just love to create? Yeah, that is one thing. The other thing is they really struggle with it, and they realize they have never asked the question, what do they love? And they feel like, wow, I have just been living out of a problem reality my whole life, and I don't remember what it was like to imagine and dream and live in possibility. And either option is worthwhile, isn't it? But either end result of that day is good information, isn't it? They're both wonderful. So when we did that meditation, who enjoyed day 3? Who felt like, wow, that was really cool to just go, you know what, instead of trying to solve this problem I feel that I have, how I'm incomplete, how am I just going to go for what I love? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed leading it. And of course, it's just a touch. Actually, what else did we do on day 3? We learned a couple communication channels in our body, eh? And that's just the start. We learned, how do I feel when something's true or something's correct? And how do I feel when something's a mistake? So we started to learn that we have more than just a brain for communication. We have a heart, we have a gut channel. We actually have lots more skin channels. So there's lots more communication going on than we're willing to accept, which is fine. And then we had yesterday. So it's like we've spent a lifetime together at this point, but it's really only been 4 big sessions. So yesterday we did the double bubble, but before that we did a bit of a coaching session and a deconstruction, didn't we? So I helped to deconstruct what you thought and felt about a stuck choice. And that's a coaching session. That's what we do every single week, 6 times a week in our Magnetic Mind Masterclass. Who had a valuable coaching session yesterday? We really looked at, okay, What am I creating? You know, what do I think? What do I feel like? What are my definitions around this? And then what are my underlying assumptions? You know, what am I assuming to create this stuckness? What am I assuming to create this non-flow? Well, let me just ask that to all of you. Do you remember the moment I had you all just rise up to what you love and observe the conflict or the problem from your superconscious? Let me just look. Who remembers that moment? Before we did the recode, that was the best part of the week for me. That was the best part of the week for me. When we all acknowledge that as soon as we rise up and go to our higher perspective and look down at the conflict, everything dissolved. Give me the little hand up or a yes if you remember that. Before we did full superconscious recode. Yeah, thank you. That to me is when we really regain our power. When we go, all right, I can rise above. And the truth is we must learn to rise above. And so then we did one of our magnetic mind processes. We did double bubble. Double bubble was special yesterday. It was special. We went right back to the womb and right back to a creative spirit and shifted things through your whole timeline. Who's had a pretty interesting 24 hours since that moment? Yeah, it was pretty cool as a whole group and everyone on the replay doing it. I feel the shifts as people are watching the replays and going through it. It's quite something to acknowledge. You know, the thousands of you going through it. So, hey, it's been a good 4 days, and today's going to continue on that same vein. But who doesn't want this to end? Who would like this to keep going and ask for to keep doing this work and this coaching? Because that's what I desire. That's what I desire. So, few things, but a lot to cover today as well, which is really exciting. Can I just ask? Is there anyone here that is allergic to sales? Is anyone allergic to an offer being made? Like if I make an offer today and there's something that you buy, is anyone going to have an allergic reaction and kind of self-combust? I just want to let you know, like I'm going to ask if you want to join my masterclass today. And so, you know, fear's fear. You know, if you've got an allergic reaction, if you've got an allergic reaction to me saying, hey, there's something you can buy, then just know that's coming and that you should feel really excited about that. But also know that maybe if you are allergic, I'm just teasing you guys. I am going to give you an opportunity to join us later, but can we all acknowledge that you're all allowed to say no? Is that you're allowed to say no? Sometimes when someone makes an offer, people are like, oh, you know, they feel a certain way because they don't feel like they can say no. So I'm going to give you all permission. You can say no. It's going to be a pretty irresistible offer to work with me for 12 months and to do this, but you can say no and I'll still love you. You know, we have payment plans and finance and everything available for those who want to do it. But can we all know, I am going to ask it. It is we do have an amazing opportunity to work with us 12 months. I am going to ask you if that's a big deal for you that I'm asking you for that, then you know you can know that you don't have to listen and you can say no. But you can also say yes if you want to come and spend a year. So it's going to be huge and it's going to be amazing for those that do it. So let's talk a little bit about how these huge transformations are happening. And I know, I just have fun. I have fun. I know, I love you guys. So I want to talk a little bit about these health transformations and how it can happen. Because, and this is coming straight from some of our mastery work. So we've had some pretty amazing health transformations. You know, some might call them miracles, people regaining their eyesight or somebody letting go of an identity that has diabetes and tumors releasing, and so we have these, and I thought, well, how does this happen, and why does it happen? Okay, so the key is when you shift into a new identity, when you shift into a new identity, that new identity is going to give a different signal to your genes. Okay, now your genes are, and this is very simplified, your genes are in charge of creating proteins. Your proteins build your body. Okay, your proteins build your body. Now, what's really interesting is there's over 100,000 different proteins that our body makes, that are the building blocks for life, and also, control some of the interactions that are the building blocks, right? So that's very, very important. However, even though there's 100,000 different proteins, there is only about 23,000 different genes, 23,000. So 23,000 creating over 100,000. And this is because it's more like a code that turns, like a recipe that turns on and off to create different proteins. And so this idea that you are set from a genetic code is actually not true. The study of epigenetics says if you give different instructions to your genes, that is going to allow you to create a different protein. That protein is going to create a different body. Does this make sense, everyone? And this is the most simple, basic way to, obviously we go a lot deeper as we explain it, but just does everyone understand that you give an instruction, this instruction creates the environment which upregulates or downregulates certain aspects, which creates a different protein. The protein creates your body. Okay, now let me give you some examples of this happening. Okay, in 1981, eight men in their 70s and 80s were taken out to a monastery, and they were to pretend that they were 22 years younger than they were. Okay. Now they only went for 5 days. Okay. And in these 5 days, some absolutely remarkable things happened. The bodies of the men were physiologically younger. They actually grew taller. Their fingers grew, okay? Their arthritis stopped being a problem. They stopped walking with canes. They grew taller, the posture straightened, their joints became flexible, their fingers lengthened, their eyesight and hearing got better, their grip strength improved, their memory sharpened in just 5 days. In just 5 days. At the end of the study, they were playing football with these men who had given up their canes. Now, type in a wow if that sounds pretty incredible to you. In 5 days, all of these were to happen. How? Type in a wow if that's pretty. How could that happen? How could that happen? In just 5 days, how could that happen? Because they started sending different instructions, and their genes created different proteins, and they were able to then create, a different body, like magic. See, if you can create a different you, fast transformation can happen. But how about some interesting things with dissociative identity disorder, or what used to be called multiple personality disorder? Okay, so here, reported in the New York Times, okay, is this one patient was given a sedative drug in one personality and reacted normally, but in another personality was totally unaffected by it. Okay, another woman admitted to hospital for diabetes baffled her physicians by showing no symptoms of the disorder at times when one personality who was not a diabetic was dominant. A young man was allergic to citrus fruit in some personalities, but not in others. And we've got a whole heap more about people shifting allergies, right hand, left hand, and we've got pages of these examples. So who thinks it's pretty wild that if you change a personality, your physical symptoms can change? How about this? Okay, in some of their personalities, they had to have eyeglasses, and in others, they didn't. You see, MPD subjects would show greater variability in visual functioning across the personalities than would control subjects. Okay, so they had more variability. This is what's so interesting. So give me some feedback. If someone is able to shift personalities with one of these disorders and disassociate into a different identity, and their physical symptoms can change. Can you see how this work allows you to create a new you, not fix an old you? Give me a yes if you get it. Give me a yes if you get it. This is the answer. We shift to a new us. We don't fix the old. We shift it. We shift it. And I can give you pages and pages and books, and we do. We've got reading lists, so you can fill up your brain with how this is. But when you ask the people in our group who were legally blind and can see again, when you ask the people that had diabetes, don't have diabetes, when you ask the people that had situations and now they don't, here's what they will all tell you, is they created a new them. They created a new them. And this is all inside the masterclass, so you truly understand it. Does this make sense? They step into a new them. They give new instructions to their genes, which upregulates and downregulates certain genes. I had a lady message me in recently, and she said, Chris, I've been trying to get pregnant for the last 3 years. I've been doing your masterclass for a couple of months, and now we're pregnant. Thank you so much. You see, because she tuned in, she became a new them. She didn't fix. And this is what we do, hey? This is what we do here. And so can I ask, how many of you are up for creating a new you with a completely different relationship to health? That won't happen it won't happen as fast as you like. It'll happen as fast as you choose it. As fast as you choose it, you step into it, you become it. Like those gentlemen who went out there and they went younger, they did it, they gave the instructions to them. The only thing holding you back is your belief of who you think you are, your unconscious and superconscious information that needs to be let go of so you can become it. Does this make sense? You can become it. When you be it, you'll see it. Be it, do it, have it. When you become it. You see, there is no reason why you can't shift into a new you with completely new instructions, and we'll show you exactly how to do it. We can't give guarantees because it's you that's got to do it. Does that make sense? Who's excited about that? Who's excited about that? That's what's possible as a human being. That is what's possible as you do it. And by the way, you don't need magnetic mind to do that. We're just going to show you a way that we think is one of the fastest ways. You don't need it. You can shift into it. Your body will be built based on what it is that you give the instructions, and the proteins will be created. Very, very, very interesting stuff, and something that I am constantly learning more and more and more about, because as we witness these miracles in our group, I started to ask how is this happening? Why is this happening? And it's just obvious, and we've got science to back it up, which is very, very, very cool. The other thing that's very important is, how many of you would like to understand the structure of creating? The structure of creating. Like, you want to be in a good structure. Well, can everyone write this down? Everything has a structure. Anything you want to create has a structure to it. Actually, let me give you an example. How many of you would like to make more money? Who would like to understand the structure of having a lot of money? Okay. That's a good topic. Okay. So the structure of making a lot of money. Okay. So first off, the question is, what is money? What is it? Many people have just typed in the exact answer I thought they would. They've typed in energy. If you typed in energy, you've been misled. Money is not energy. Money is not energy. Money is a measurement. Money is a measurement. Money is a measurement made up by humans. Money is a measurement. It's what it measures. It measures something. Money is a measurement device. What's it measuring? Okay, it's a measurement like a mile or a kilogram or a centimeter. It's a measurement. It measures something. Hey? A hectare, an acre. It's a measurement. Okay, like time. It's a measurement. So it's a but what is it measuring? What is it measuring? Well, first off, it's a unit of choice. It's a unit of choice because you get to choose where you put it. But what does it measure? It measures value. It measures value. So what is value? Value is an increase in satisfaction or a decrease in pain for another human being. So if something's valued, it gives you more satisfaction or it's going to decrease pain. That's what it is. It's a promise of increased satisfaction or decreased pain. True? Is that what we value? And so everyone has a different thing that they want to increase their satisfaction or decrease pain. So it's value. Okay, so now that we understand a little bit about money, let's talk about its structure. If you want to receive a lot of money, you do not need to be talented. You do not need to be hardworking. You do not need to be smart. You do not need to have some abundance code. You don't need to have a certain energy. In fact, you don't even need to help a lot of people. You can help a lot of people and not make money. Okay, you don't need to be positive. You could be positive or negative and have money or not have money. Does this make sense, guys? It's not about all these things. Here's what how money will come to you. Here's how it will come to you. Is if you understand its structure. And so here it is if you give value to another human being in a way they want to pay for it. Money will flow to you if you give value to another human being in a way they desire to pay for it. Anything you look at, that is how money flows. So if you invest in property, you're giving value to someone who wants to pay for the property. If you invest in shares, you're helping that company grow. If you start a business, people are paying for the products and services. Does that make sense? There's always another human being that's then giving it to you. Money's simply a flow of you choosing with your unit of choice where you want to put it. See, it doesn't matter if you're good. You can be good and have no money, and you can be good and have lots of it. Now, someone always asks me at this point, but Chris, what about the lottery? What about the lottery, Chris? Well, there's such a thing as luck, eh? There's such a thing as luck. There's some groups out there that are like, hey, we're going to show you how to tune in and manifest winning the lottery. And there's like 10,000 people in there. It's like, well, all of you aren't winning. No matter what you do, all of you aren't winning. And hey, person telling us that you know how to do it, go win the lottery 20 times in a row. Go win the lottery 100 times in a row and then come back and show us. I promise you that if you add value to other human beings in the way they want to pay for it 20 times in a row, you'll get paid really well. True? So, good luck and bad luck are allowed to exist in the world. Is it true? Yeah, it's true, isn't it? We want to, there's a way. There just isn't. There just isn't. There isn't. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but they're just, it's just so does everyone understand? There's a structure for everything. There's a structure for everything, isn't there? And when you understand its structure, you stop trying to think that it's an energy, or you stop trying to think it's all these other things, and you just allow it to be true. Money's a measurement made up by human beings. That's it. And it measures value, and that's it. And it's not an energy. It's just simply not an energy. It's a measurement. Give me a true if that's true. It's a measurement. It's not how could it be an energy? It's a made up thing by human beings. That's what it is. We said, you've got a cow and I've got chicken and eggs and I want to trade them, but how do we do that? I don't have enough eggs for a whole cow and blah, blah. So how about we create a measurement device, hey? Yeah, it's a measurement. That's it. There's nothing else to it. As much as some teacher sitting on a hill in Bali, Indonesia says that you need to be in abundance to be able to get it, it's not true. And so it's just not true. And I'm about the truth. Hey, obviously I'm about the recode and superconscious and everything else, but I'm also just about the truth. I'm just about the truth. And if you want to, whatever you want to create, there's a structure for it. There is a structure for it. There is a structure for a miracle health transformation. There is a structure for there's a structure for it, and there's a way that it is. And there's a way that it is. And understanding and getting in the right structure is very, 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 very important. Very important. So who's up for a really big year? I want to talk to you about how you can go out there and absolutely just make this your best year yet, because this journey is just beginning for every single person here to go, you know what, I'm super conscious. Here's the journey. Here's the journey. And we've gone through this journey this week, and we've touched on different aspects of this. And many of us know that we've got to go a lot deeper. So we learned that structural conflict creates oscillation, okay? And that you can create anything you want without needing to fix yourself. That's a big thing to really take from this week. You are a creative energy. You have to learn the structure of creating, and that it's not personal. Who's up for that, by the way? Just that's what you want to learn, because nothing is impossible. When you look at amazing people like J.K. Rowling, and she is an amazing person to write Harry Potter. She created, yet as she was creating this amazing, amazing series of books, she didn't have her life all figured out. It wasn't that aspect of her that created this. It was a part of her tuned into an end result that was just in that and going for it. Albert Einstein didn't speak till he was 4 years old. He was 4 years old, yet we all know who he is, hey? So say, who's seen that Jim Carrey where he talks about how he wrote himself a check for $10 million and then kept it in his wallet for so long and then finally manifested. Well, same with Carrey. He didn't start out needing to fix everything. It was a different part of him that created. Steven Spielberg, same. Oprah. It's a different part of these people that are doing the creating. And they give attention to that rather than giving attention to the ways that they feel incomplete. True? That's the key here, is that when you're in that flow, in that focus, the other aspect doesn't matter. And so the first answer is that your beliefs and feelings are not reality. Who got that this week? It is not reality. They're just what you've picked up. They're not true. They're your self-conscious trying to make sense of it. It's just not true. And actually, here is an image of a brain rewiring itself. This isn't from a recode or anything we've done, but this is how fast a brain can shift and change its thought patterns. So if you zoom in here, look at this. This is actually a brain making a new connection. You see, you don't need to hold on to the past because you can create new connections and you can let connections go. In fact, in 2001, there was a moment that was discovered called the reconsolidation moment, which is the moment when two beliefs reconsolidate. Okay, so the second answer is the superconscious. Okay, if you know how to become superconscious, you can let go of everything that's stopping you. And what's possible for you if you were living superconscious? That's a big question, isn't it? What's possible? The answer is, well, there's nothing that's not possible. What's possible if you were living from that place? That's a big question. You have 3 levels of consciousness, and each has a memory structure. And our memories instruct our active experience. And that's how we create everything. We are all 3 memories. So, so important. The third answer is structure. How to take the right action. You must understand how to take the right action. And here's a little example of what I've been drawing out on the board a few times. You have a current reality or a desired reality and a vision, and that has a tension structure. And then you have a psychological tension down to your beliefs. You must be in your future feeling now. Now is the answer. No opportunity wasted. Now. The now feeling is the future feeling. We must let go of trying to get somewhere or get away from something. This is what we did in the double bubble. This is what we did. Let me just go back to you guys and see your chat. The double bubble, at the end, did you guys notice you ended up in a present moment? Let me know. Who ended up in a present moment where there was no resistance and no desire? Yeah, and you were just there. Yeah. Okay. That is where we must live from. That when you unlock that wizard's gate and you step into that moment, that is where you create from. You just, I don't need a fix. I don't have any of this. This is where I am. Was it nice? Yeah. Yeah, that is where you create from. That is the magnetic moment. You open the wizard's gate, the veil of this, you open this lock that you're in, observing the self-conscious. It isn't about understanding and putting yourself in a box. It's about knowing what box you're already in. And the recode is just giving you the key out. Does this make sense, everyone? It's about observing the box you've already, through your childish wounds, put yourself in. And then the recode is getting you out, unlocking the gate, so then you can be a creator, a master of this reality. That's a good way to put it. I don't think I've said that before. But that's what it is. I'm learning from myself right now. Someone on my team, we should write that one down. That was a good one. But it's true. It's like, the recode is allowing, is the gate that allows us out. It is the key. It is the key. So look, I did this and I want to take you through it too. Stepped into the emotion of the end result, create the right structure, and took the right action. And these are the steps. You choose what you'll create from your heart. You step into the emotion, which conditions your unconscious. You create the tension releasing structure so it's going to flow. You unplug, unzip from the old identity and the old resistance, and then you take that action. And that is how you flow to end results that you love. That is how it happens. However, the problem is most of us have been trying to create a certain outcome in our life and we don't have it. Give me a frustrated thumb up or a yes. If you look at your past, that's been the truth for you. There's been something you've been wanting to create for a long time and you haven't got it. Yeah, that's the truth, isn't it? You know, there's nothing wrong with you, but it's good to acknowledge the truth and say that is the truth. Why else did you click on the link? Hey, there's something you'd like that you haven't been able to. And the mistake is trying to transform this on your own. You've been living in an old structure your whole life. Patterns die really hard. The first mistake that you will make after this 5 days is trying to heal the current reality. Okay? You must let the current reality go. There's no point fixing it. It doesn't need fixing. You must let go of who you've been. The second mistake is only working on the self-conscious. Okay, trying to work on the self-conscious is like is so difficult, because it is the smallest aspect of you, yet it thinks it's the biggest aspect of you, and it is not connected to all. It's not the creator. Mistake 3 is focusing on new strategies and thinking you don't know enough. Many times people always go, well, Chris, well, how will I make more money? Or how will I need to have a relationship book or a money course or this. No, you have a natural ability and you know how to do it. Put yourself in the right structure, you'll attract the right things, remove the resistance, and you can do it. The next mistake that people make is that they think they will change when they achieve a result. And it's so hard to put this one down. It will be better when. It will be better when. You must be it before you see it. That's funny. It's out of emotional alignment, but even the paragraph is out of alignment. Out of emotional alignment with what you desire. Okay, you cannot grow an abundance tree planting seeds of scarcity. It's simply an impossibility. How you are now is creating your future. Mistake 6 is thinking you cannot change. Okay, thinking that I am the way I am. It's not about fixing. It's about living from a different perspective that you just haven't lived from, and then trying to do it yourself. It's very hard to see your own blind spots, so you must have a coach. And I want to see you be the most successful version of yourself. So here is how it's done. Please take notes. Please write this down. The 5-step method to magically manifest anything you desire without any risk of failure. Number 1, what do you really love? What do you really want to create? And how would that feel? How would that feel? So we must choose. You must create. This was done on day 3. You must choose, what would you love? We live our core 4 choices, and then we add more to that. Number 2, get a creative tension. So what is it like now? And how does it feel now? When you observe the now and you in relationship to the future, this allows you to have a tension releasing structure, which I think is, you know, the 9th wonder of the world. Tension always seeks resolution. If you can master tension, you master what has been, I think, misquoted as the law of attraction. It's not. It's just a tension between 2 objects that need resolving. If you can master tension, you'll master creation. Step 3 is you step into the emotion of the end result, and you live from it. Okay. Now, what this means is whenever you put energy into a structure, the energy will flow along the path of least resistance. So as soon as you put energy into the structure, either it's going to feel good, or you'll be faced with the resistance that then we can recode. Okay. So we recode the resistance. So we look at reservations or stories or judgments, and we create a label. There's actually a lot that can be in the way, a lot of resistance that can be there. We always acknowledge that there is a benefit of the resistance in the past anyway. So there are a lot of things we must let go of. Okay. There's a lot of things that must let go of. Environment. Guys, I love you so much. There is going to be some people that are in your current reality that aren't going to be in your future reality. Is that fair enough to say? And if you're not willing to go for what you love, in spite of who can come with you or who won't come with you, you'll always be held back. So we must be able to let go of those who just don't belong in our future. That can be completely scary to the self-conscious, especially if you've been in relationship with this friend since, you know, childhood, or this person for years, and you choose your end result and they're not coming with you. You can easily sabotage yourself by being so frightened on a self-conscious level, especially those of you who live from the I don't belong or I need to be perfect self-conscious belief. You will, as you're going for it, race back to not lose. And the truth is as you're going for what you love, not everyone wants the same end result as you. That's very, very interesting. Number 2, behavior. There are certain behaviors, habits that the old you has that the new creation just doesn't belong in there. Beliefs, that's an easy one. There's many beliefs the old you we let go of, we shift to the new one. Family entanglements. There's an energetic structure. We spend 2 weeks on family entanglement in the 12-week process, letting go. Stories. We all have a narrative, you know, the person you are, how you've been. And this story or this narrative must be let go of, not fixed, let go of, and a new story started. Let's ask, who is ready for a new story? A story of magic. Who's ready for a story of magic, of creation? Do the little hand raise or give me a yes if you don't have that on your device. Who's ready for a story of magic? Yeah. Look at all these hands. Everyone's like, yeah, that's me. Sabotage patterns. Obviously, I was very real with one of my sabotage patterns yesterday about always needing a male mentor older than me or companion whenever I created. And it was my complete sabotage pattern. When you observe it, it's like observing a vampire. As soon as the vampire gets a light shined on it, it's gone. So you observe it. 8, rules. Many of us have so many rules on how it is that we knock ourselves out of magic. Obviously, number 9, the identity, and the big one, you're feeling that you're incomplete or that not whole. This is what must be let go of, and not all of them. And we don't go searching for these. This is very important. When we do this work, we don't go searching, because by searching, we're in an idea that there's something that needs to be fixed. We don't go searching, okay? Can I ask, is it good to get this kind of just real big overview of how you need to go and create? It is, isn't it? It is very good just to go, okay, this is it. So you can see the macro. We've been in, we've looked, you need to see it. You don't just go searching for stuff that's wrong. You don't go searching. Every week you get into a creation. You say, I'm creating this. And then you go into the now and you put energy into it. As you put energy into what you're creating, let's say a healthy body, the resistance shows itself. Oh, I'm scared of losing this person. Oh, I don't believe it's possible. That is why we're creating. Does this make sense? We're creating because we're forcing the resistance to show itself. You see, by creating. And then we only let go that which is in the way of creating. You see, we're not just sitting here. We're not just sitting here going, what's wrong with me? And let's do recode. Hey, very important distinction. Very important distinction. So we also do a 15-minute meditation to recondition the brain and body. And we have many available to you. And this is because your unconscious speaks in feelings. And lastly, the 5th step is action. Action is the loudest communication to all aspects of you, okay? Action. Because if I sit here and I go, I'm a standing up person. I'm standing up. I believe I'm standing up. I'm meditating. I'm standing up. What is my brain saying? No, you're not. You're sitting, Chris. You are sitting down. You're not actually acting in alignment with that. Is it true? It's only when I go, I'm a standing up person. I feel like a standing up person. I have no resistance to a standing up person. And then I actually stand up. True? That's when action is the loudest. Many want to just play in the field, and that's okay. But this human existence is about us stepping in and experiencing it and going for it. It's only 3 or 4 months down the track when you're taking action that you'll actually see your true resistance. When you're actually creating a new healthy body, or a new amount of money, or you're creating a new relationship, and you're in the creation of it, that is when you'll get faced with your self-conscious limitations, not when you're just sitting around doing nothing. And that's why, we write it down, we turn up to the session, and we're actually in real life. I don't believe in just a 1 or a 2 day little thing. In fact, when I first put on this, the very first one of these, I did it as a 21-day challenge, because I was like, 21 days, I mean, that's the shortest, but people just wouldn't get through 21 days. So I kept on shortening it, and now it's 5. But the shortest I do with people is 12 months. Does that make sense? The shortest I do is 12 months, because I know in your journey of creation, there's going to be things that are there. So when you're going for action, there are 4 things that will hold you back. There's 4 things that will turn up and stop you. Okay, so you did the work yesterday, and the first thing you might do is say, well, if then I'll. You say if then I'll. So you actually have no resistance, but you collapse all the work we've done by going, well, I'll do it later. You see, they say, if then I'll. So we do all this amazing work, there's no resistance, and then a person simply doesn't do it. They put it off. They put it off. They say, if then I'll. When then I'll. Who's done that before, by the way? Give me a yes. You say, I'll do it then, when the kids grow up, when I get more money, when I'll put it off, I'll put it off, I'll put it off. The more energy you give this, the more times you do it, the more that's who you are. You're a putting it off person. You put it off, you put it off, you put it off. I'm sure this person would sit on their deathbed and go, well, in the next lifetime, I'm going to do it. Yeah, so they put it off. The second way that people do this is they're a dabbler. They're a dabbler. They just talk. They do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They never commit. They have little bits here. They never commit. And as soon as something's a little bit hard, they just change. They just change. They never see it through. They never see it through. So they take action, but when they're taking the action, they're not actually playing full out. They're kind of dipping their toe in. Has everyone done the dip the toe in one where you're like, yeah, I'm doing it, but you're not really doing it? You don't do it to the aspect that if you actually went for it, you could fail. You just dip your toe in. This is called the dabbler. And this person never achieves because they never take the action to actually face the real resistance. Is anyone a dabbler or dipping their toe in a little bit, just trying it out? The next one is the overthinker. Okay, so it's time to take action. And they go, well, I don't know what to do, Chris. I don't know what to do. I need a book. I don't know what to do. And they always have a look, I don't know what to do. I need this. And they don't go and play the game. The overthinker has no resistance. They just simply live in a belief that they're not capable to figure it out as they're doing it. It's like they want to read a book on how to play football rather than playing football and reading the book. It's like they don't realize it happens together. They want to get ready so that they don't fail. They don't take action. And by doing it, they're not in their truth. You must get an action, because only when you're in action can we see what's really in your way. You know, like how dare you let fear be bigger than you, your creative spirit, or a risk of judgment, or this one person that you met because you happened to go to the same high school 30 years ago, because that happened to be where your parents could afford a house. And that relationship, just because your parents could afford a house there, because the same high school, because they asked you out on a date, and because it was just easy, you got married, and because of all of that, you're going to limit your heart. You're going to limit your truth because the fear of letting go of all the history. You see? But it's the fear of it. It's like the scaredness means they don't follow their heart, rather than going for it and then letting that person reorganize to come with you if they wanted to. Do you see that, guys? That the overthinker, the dabbler, or the putting it off, they never allow themselves to see the truth of what their self-conscious limitation is. Is it true? Because you've got to be brave in creation. If you want to follow your heart, you've got to be brave. And what happens is, as you go for it, that's when we get to see what is there. That's when we get to see how yourself, it won't happen just sitting in a seminar. That's why we coach you every week. The last one of the 4 is holding on to the past. As humans, we want the past to mean something because we want our life to have meaning. So we hold on to it like it's a physical object, like it's this pen. We hold on to the past. And it's like we always look to the past to understand how the future is going to be. And the problem is we misappropriate that the past will happen more in the future. Okay. Just because your business failed in the past has nothing to do with how it might be in the future. Just because a relationship's not worked in the past, or it has nothing to do with the future, because every moment you're recreating you. You're recreating you. So who knows that these 4 things, or all of them, you have done or you will do? Let me share. I'll share my screen with them all in a second. You've done these and you do this work. You get in the field, and then when it's time to go and do it, you put it off, you just dip your toe in, you overthink. Because this is when we need to do the real work. Who's excited about that? This is when we do the real work. When you jump on a call and you're creating a life you love, and you say, Chris, I've just found out my kid's on drugs. And that's when we do the real work. Hey, Chris, I'm creating an amazing relationship, and I've just found out they got terminal cancer. Hey, that's when we do the real work. Chris, I'm this close from bankruptcy in my business, and I'm freaking out. I'm scared. That's when we do the real work, isn't it? That's when we do it. It's like, Chris, COVID's just hit, and I've got 5 gyms, or that's when we do the real work. Okay. That's when it happens. That's when it happens. And here they are, because this is what will show up. This is what will show up. Now, there are 6 steps. Well, let me just check in with everybody that's here. Is everyone enjoying today? Day 5 is a little bit of a kick into action, isn't it? Who's enjoying? Today's like, come on, guys. This is it. Let's go. Let's create a life we love. This is real. You must have both the masculine aspect of the action, the today, and the feminine of aligning yourself with it. You must have both if you want to truly master creation. You must have both. In fact, the 2 genders are actually describing creation. They're actually describing creation and the 2 aspects needed in creation. The Hermetic principles explain this very well. So I'm going to give you a really big gift of how to always know the correct action, always stay in the correct place. So I want you just to think about this, and could you guys type these in so that everyone gets them, please? Type these in. So the first thing you ask, what do I want? Now we've already asked that, so it gets you back into that, hey? Number 2, notice what you want to do. You just want to dip your toe in. Notice that you just want to think about stuff. Notice that you want to delay it, do it later. Or notice that you want to try to look to your past to figure out whether it will work in the future. Notice it. Notice it. What's the pattern? So step 1, what do you want? Step 2, notice the pattern. Step 3, stop. Stop doing that. The more you do the pattern, the more that you put things off, the more you just continue to dip your toe in, the more you tell your superconscious that you're not willing to know the truth about your real limitations. You see? The more that you don't go for it, the more you're living out of your fear of those limited beliefs. Number 4, ask this amazing question. This question has been my mode of operation for a very, very, very long time. The question is, what would the person I'm becoming do right now? Oh my God, I just feel so much love sharing this question. If all you got out of this whole week was that question, would change your life. What would the person I'm becoming do right now? Oh. Step 5, jump in. Whatever the person you're becoming will do, jump in, go for it, go for it, go for it, and you'll get there. Who thinks that's a great few steps? The last step there was to have proven support. Have proven support. So it's coming to that time where I get to ask you to join me for 12 months. Who's excited about that? Who's excited about that? This is a really, really, really big deal. And I want to say thank you all for completing the 5 days. Give yourself some energy in the chat box. Well done. Well done on completing this challenge and being here. And as a gift for all of you completing it, there is an offer I'm about to give you, which you will not see anywhere else. It is only for people who are here, and it is only for those of you who hear it on this session so that you get it. That's it. It's not available anywhere else. And so there is a time limitation on it, because I do not want people sharing this with the world, because this is a very special offer and you guys have earned it. You guys have earned it. And so well done. Great to have you here. Great to have you on the 5 days. Now, just so everyone knows, if you do have that allergy to a sales offer, now's the time to know, okay, it's coming. It is coming, and it is with love, but I feel as though we've had a really great week, and I feel as though you guys all know where my heart's at, and I want to spend an amazing 12 months with you. So let's talk about this program, and let's talk about what you would create. So if we spent 12 months together, what would you create? Really, 12 months together, if you had access to the whole university, if we were doing coaching sessions every single week, what would you really create, eh? What would you create? What would be the most important thing out of all the things you could create? What would be the number one most important thing that you would love to see manifest? What is that? Because that's what this is about. And so tune into that, because you're a creative energy, and if nothing's in the way of it, it will manifest. If you understand how to transform your identity, like those amazing men, or like those with dissociative identity, they understand that. If you understand structure, and if you understand what's in your heart, then you will. If you could completely rewire all your limitations, what would you create? So I'd like to invite you all to join me in the Magnetic Mind Masterclass, a 12-month transformational journey for anyone wanting to become super conscious and magnetically create their future. This is it. It is the full, most amazing transformational experience and group you will ever be a part of. It's the last one. There is a specific 12-week process that you can go through at your own pace. This starts out by creating your lenses, your mission, your vision, your milestones, learning the nature of reality and the outcome frame. You will align your values, understand practical alchemy and how to create nothing fast, to create from nothing fast. You will learn the perceptual shift process. Okay, we started that process. We did a little touch on it yesterday about how to shift your perception. 7 steps emotional alignment and the recode. Who's excited about the recode? So you'll be able to go through this as fast as you like, okay? As fast as you like and how you want to create. That will be in an online university you can get started with straight away. On top of that, inside the university is all sorts of training on science, or on how to get it all done. It is absolutely amazing, and you will get that. So that is the first thing you're going to get, is the full Magnetic Mind Online University, and it is a big deal. Just imagine having a full university with everything that you need, that you can tap into. You can listen on your phone, you can get, so you have the time. Also, how many of you would love to have this 5 days and to be able to listen to it again and again and again and again? The 5 days is also available in there as well. So this is the Magnetic Mind University. On top of that, you will get recode coaching sessions every week for 12 months. Can I get some noise in the chat box for who would love to have a recode session at least once a week? At least once a week. Yeah, look at all of you guys. I love you guys. To me, that once a week is enough. However, many people do 3, 4, or 5, or sometimes listen to the replays as well. To try to put a value on someone releasing a trauma that is stopping them from having a connected relationship, it's impossible, isn't it? To show someone how they're holding on to a limitation, how do I put a value on a limitation, removing a limitation? So you know, we know that the value is massive. I mean, if someone had a obstacle to creating health and we shift that, and how do I put a value on someone regaining their eyesight or releasing diabetes? It's how do I put a value on someone who removed all of their blocks to money and now have got a $10 million company? Like it, you just can't. So look, we know it's at least that, and who agrees? Like it's at least that, at least. I mean, it's just wild. So the total value is huge. However, in the market, we charge $4,995 for the year. Can I just ask, do you think that's a pretty fair price for a whole year, a university, and all this amazing coaching and everything else? Do you think it's fair? Because that is not what I'm going to ask you to invest today. I've got an amazing opportunity for you. But can you do me the little hand up or in the chat box if you think that that's an absolute steal? Because, gosh, I mean, if you compare that to a college degree, or you compare that to, you know, even a gym membership or things, and you get to keep this for the rest of your life. I think one of the hardest things about this is explaining, we make this shift in this year and you learn to be super conscious. Like, how many years of success are you going to have? You know, we help you make the shift. Like even just some of the health shifts that are available. Anyway, it's to me, it's incredible value. But you guys, for completing the 5-day, have got something that's even better than that. So firstly, I'm going to give you some bonuses. Who loves free stuff? I'm going to give you some free stuff that you can go buy on my website, or you can just get it free today. So the first one is, we have over 30 transformational meditations. They're short, they're under 20 minutes each, and they are absolutely amazing. Who loves meditations and would love me to give you some? So I'm giving them to you. You got no choice. I don't want I'm giving them free, okay? So they're free. Here's some of them. My favorite is quantum jumping and learning how to jump between different timelines. But look, the total financial abundance one is great. Flipping negative beliefs. In fact, they're all great. Those are some of the core ones. So anyway, that's free today. It's all just for being here. The second thing we're going to do is we do a whole extra session once a week on aligning with your exact outcomes for that week. And so every Monday, we call it a lenses session. I'm going to give you an extra session so you really know what must I do this week. And so that's 52 sessions for the year. So you're going to get that no charge as well. Another big bonus I'm going to give you. This is huge. Can I ask, give me a yes. Who's done a replay of a recode on YouTube, or you missed one of the sessions? Who's done a replay? Hand up or a yes. What if I told you that for the last 2 years, actually longer than that, we have been doing 5 or 6 recode sessions every single week? We've got well over 200 recorded sessions, from removing fears of public speaking to miracle health transformations, to money, abundance, business growth, fame, relationships, working with your family, your children, your husbands, your wives, just anything you can imagine, we've covered it. Isn't that cool? So as a huge bonus, I'm going to give you that. And I put the value here at the same amount that is for a year of coaching, but I think we all agree it is a much, much, much bigger value than that. So by the way, you guys should just get what I'm going to offer you today just for that. So plus we also do the magnetic mind experience. This is my heart. This is my heart. 4 times a year, we'll spend 3 days together. These aren't 1 hour days. These are intense days. 4 times a year, we will do 8 transformation sessions in 3 days. Okay. And you will leave these 3 days just on fire, ready to go and create. The reason why we do it 4 times a year is because each time you turn up, it's a new you. You know, you're in a new place creating new things. And we're doing it virtually so that you can connect from wherever you are in the world. And it's actually better as a virtual event because you don't have to travel. You can sit at home and you can do all the closed eye exercises in private. So that's very cool. We've got one coming up really, really soon. And those are recorded for you as well. So, hey, who's excited about this program and all the bonuses and wants me to cut to the chase? Chris, cut to the chase. Well, I'm going to say I will. But first, there's the Superconscious steak knives. Cut through all the bullshit today. No, there's no steak knives available today. No microwave proof dish, just a huge coaching program and a lot of heart. So look, let's get into it. Let's go. This is what I'm going to offer you today. So you'll get everything that's normal, but let me know if you're excited about this and if it's true. And I'm going to give you a lot of stuff. Can I just ask, how many of you, if you didn't even do the challenge, who would just take it as it is? Who's going, well, I just want this no matter what, because I know this in my heart. Okay, good. Good to see there's some people there and others are going, just tell me the deal, Chris. So here's the deal. You'll get the university, the coaching sessions, the 3-day experience, the meditations, bonus. So free today. You'll get the alignment sessions free. And so all of these bonuses are completely free. And the normal price is $4,995. For you guys that are here, big drum roll, you are going to get it for $2,995 AUD, or just $300 a month. I know. That's in Australian dollars. That's what AUD is. So can someone type in, wow, I'm going to give you $2,000 off for completing the 5-day. And if you need help, you can do it at $300 a month. Now, if you don't know how much AUD is to USD, you can do it, or Great British pounds. If you're in Australia, you get it. But let me just ask, are you in? Who's in for this? Who is in? Who's doing it? Who's doing it? Let me grab the link. Who's doing it? So yeah, the program is huge. Hey, it's absolutely huge. So I'm going to pop a link in here for you, and then we can chat. So those of you who are saying I'm in, here is the link. Here is the link. I don't think so, Julie. I don't think so. Perfect. So it's 2,995 AUD for the whole year. You will get the whole university. You will get coaching every single week. It's massive. You will get 4 3-day experiences. And I know others out there in the world charge just this for just the event. Is it true? Who knows? You can get just one event for this much. You're going to get 4 events. That's free. You're going to get coaching every single week. You know, people charge this for just the coaching, and you're going to get a huge university. This is the best value you'll ever see. You'll also get all the meditations, the alignment sessions, and a massive, massive, massive discount. So I just got to ask, are you in? Are you in? Are you joining us for the year? Are you joining us for the year? So welcome. 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 Love you. Love you. You're in. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. I promise I won't let you down. It's a promise. That's a guarantee. As long as you promise to show up to the calls and show up to the sessions, your power that you have will do the change for you. Yeah. Yeah. We have a great team to support you. We have, I think, yeah, over 50 people on our team there. Here's the link, everyone. Oh, actually, could someone in my team send the link in? It didn't look like mine didn't send. Mine didn't send. Did you guys get it? So when you click on the link, and I just want to say, hey, thank you. And if you're able to come join us now, come do it. It's really good. It's really good. And I know it breaks my heart if people can't. And you know, this is the biggest discount I can give. Okay. And we have a full staff and everything here. And so it's yeah, I know. So what you'll do is you'll click and you'll be able to go through this. Okay. Heaps of results. All right. You can look at, you know, thousands of people. Okay. Click here. As you click through, okay, you'll go through to a page. You'll see at the top of the page that this is only available for you guys. There is a date, and it's not something that can be shared outside of this weekend. The offer will be available to the end of the weekend, and there is an amazing payment option there available. Now the payment option does come out a little bit more than if you pay it in full, okay, by about $600 over the year, okay? And that's because we need to chase up people, and, you know, we have to do more for that. So, but it allows you to be in the program at a very easy, you know, monthly deal. And it's in Australian dollars. It's in Australian dollars. Awesome. Who just signed up? Nice. Welcome. Welcome. I just see people typing in. Beautiful. Well, welcome those of you that have just signed up. Welcome. You are so powerful. And so who's here? Who's got the link? I'm going to text you all the link as well, so you have it. If you turned up here, I have your phone number, so I can just text it to you so you get it. If you're in, congratulations. Congratulations. This is the start. This is the opening. People are asking me, what's this in US dollars? What's it? I don't know, guys. I don't know what it is, but I know that you can Google it and find out what it is. It's in Australian dollars, and that's because I live here in Australia, and that's the currency that we deal with here. So it's in Australian dollars. So once you sign in, you're in straight away. You're in straight away. Expect that someone is going to call you to get you all the information that you need. Okay. There is a lot of information, so you need to get your calendar set up with which of the events can you which of the weekly sessions can you make? Okay. Which of the weekly sessions can you make? So there's lots. So you got to ask her, which session can I make? We'll get you scheduled in for that. Also, we'll give you the dates and the times of the next 3-day event. Okay, the next 3-day event is always coming up, so we'll give you the dates and times in your time zone of when that is. We are doing this coaching all the time. And we're bringing people in, and so we're giving a huge discount to everyone here in the 5-day who completes the 5-day. This is why we didn't share it earlier. I want to find people who are willing to get through this work and have a great week and to be here. So I don't want this to be the end. So please know when you do sign up, let me know when you have signed up in the link, just so I can see. And if you've got questions, click on it and go put your details in, and someone will ring you. Okay. To give you the answers, but do let me know when you've gone and done it. I see people doing it. Awesome. Welcome. Now, what you're going to create in this next 12 months with us is unlike anything you can possibly imagine. Well, not really. It's probably exactly as you can imagine. However, your imagination of what's possible will get even bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So, hey, I think I've talked about it enough. If you need more information, click on the link. The first thing you go to is a more information page, and then you go to what's in it, what to expect, and how to pay. So is everyone happy with that? I've explained it. So let's finish up this 5-day with some really good energy, I love this work because it has transformed my life and so many people that I really care about, including you, who had a really great week. You know, like, wow, this is really powerful. Really powerful. This isn't my work. It is, you know, like I don't claim ownership. I am someone who has just been obsessed with learning this and applying this and assimilating it and consolidating it into a way that people can understand. And I want to thank all my teachers and mentors and everyone that was on my journey. And I want you to know this is your work as well. This is your work as well. This isn't mine. This is ours. This is for yours to come, to learn it, to assimilate it, to understand it, to learn to become super conscious, to live this way, to create magic in your life, and then pass it on. And so if you know that this is something you want to be a part of, come join us in Magnetic Mind. Come spend a year, then take the jump. Trust us. We'll be there to support you, and we really care about you. You are powerful. You're gonna go on an amazing journey. You are super conscious. You must understand the right structure creates. And so thank you. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks for a great week. You have 2 days to go through the 5-day until we take it down. You have 2 days to go through that. However, if you just purchased, this stuff is just the taste, hey? You can binge watch it in 2 days, but this is as much as I could do in 5 days, really, without overwhelming people, yet it is the introductory stuff. It is the introductory stuff. It really, it's what's able to be consumed in your first week of this. And so many of you might be more advanced and have not knew that already and want to get into the advanced stuff straight away. And some of you go, well, even this basics blew me away. Either way, I'm looking forward to seeing every single one of you in the program, because when you finish your 12 months with us, you truly will have everything you need to master manifestation, creation, transform miracles in your life, and create magic. So thank you. I feel like we delivered on everything we said we would for this 5 days. We said that we would spend 5 days and give you 5 big days and go through it all. And did we do that? Give me a yes if we did. We spent 5 days. We had some amazing sessions, amazing stuff. And now it's time for you to go out there and create. It's time for you to do the last step and to take action. I really appreciate all your time and effort and energy and everything else. I told you I wouldn't waste a second of your time. Told you I would show you that you're powerful. Told you I would just come from my heart, be authentic and true and real. And I hope this week was more than you expected from a free thing that you clicked on a YouTube or a Facebook ad. I hope it was a heck of a lot more, and that if it's not now that you join us in Masterclass, then it's sometime, because it is the last course you ever have to do. And I just want to say thank you again. Appreciate you. Big love to all of you. Thanks to the Conscious Education team. I've seen you working your butt off this week. It was a great week. Thousands of people were impacted. And now we've got a whole heap of people joining our Masterclass family. Welcome to the tribe. Welcome to the family. I can see some people asking about certification and mastery and those things. You start off in Masterclass, we'll give you a call. If you want to go straight to certification, we can give you the information. And if you choose to upgrade, anything that you've spent on Masterclass is used to move up anyway, because it's the foundation. Does that make sense? So if you're interested about anything else that we do, you got to start here. We don't let no one gets certified without working on themselves. This is our coaching program. You get direct coaching from me and learn the work. And so just know, if you've just signed up, expect a phone call. Okay, we're going to be calling everyone today and tomorrow, texting you. If you don't get a phone call, email us back, say I missed the phone call, or maybe I put my number in wrong. Just know we called. Okay, we definitely called. Sometimes just on that, those of you that have just signed up, sometimes your phone company blocks our number because we're not in your country, or sometimes your service provider has blocked us because we've rung a lot of people. And so just know that you might not get our text or you might not get our phone call, but there's nothing we can do about it. You've just got a very clever phone company that has found out that our number's called a lot of people and puts a hold on it for you. So just know that if you need help, just email one of the email addresses, assist@consciouseducationcompany.com, or support. Email it back and we'll get in touch with you. Obviously, we're going to be prioritizing those people who have just invested in themselves and just signed up, and know that we're definitely calling you. If you've just joined the program, we're definitely ringing you as a priority. So if you don't get that call, we just need to work that out. Does that make sense? So just help us work that out. We're definitely not going to be ignoring you or whatever. So love you all. Thank you for a great week. Stay focused, stay magnetic, stay super conscious, and see you in the group. Go take action. Trust yourself. Masterclass is such a great choice. Love you all. Go take action. Bye for now.